you the rest of them, because that's what
absolutely,
done.
yeah.
Life.
I mean, we may as well, because we just bumble straight into just about everything we do anyway.
Haven't really planned any of the episodes yet.
Plan?
I mean, we do our research. Obviously, we do our. There's a posh legal word for kind of the necessary amount of research, and we do that. You know, we do our research on our guests pretty much.
I was going to say, I think it's safe to say, anyone who's listened to any of our episodes so far knows that you and I are pretty well versed in going above and beyond at nerding out at just about any topic presented to us.
Yeah.
So research and finding stuff out is kind of our little niche corner of the universe.
You're saying we have to focus on things, yeah.
I'm just saying we've got nothing better to do, clearly.
Hi, folks. Yeah. It's Sunday evening if you're listening to this live. Well, actually, no, probably won't be. It's not going to be live because we're pre-recording, so it's not live.
Yeah, it's not live because we are in the past, coming to you in the future from the past.
Yes, but if you are listening at the time where it would normally be listening to live, even though it's pre-recorded, we are, if all's gone to plan, sitting in a bar somewhere in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Well, somewhere near the NEC in Birmingham.
Probably feeling slightly rough, slightly sorry for ourselves, but probably both exhausted and with big grins. Yes.
Yeah.
That would be the plan.
Because we're at Maker Central.
Yeah.
Because that's the plan. Although some people know that I probably wasn't going to go to Maker Central because just life stuff.
And being broken and things.
Being broken, having family that are very, very poorly, amongst other things.
Life happens.
But yeah, life sucks sometimes.
But we have hopefully found a way to get Andy here now, if you're listening.
In the present,
it's future, past, present in the tense.
Some of the thanks I think should go to past guest Lindsay Murphy, Lindsay Creative, because I was listening to one of her stories earlier because she has already arrived in the UK as we record. Is currently somewhere in London visiting friends, and will be making her way to the NEC on Friday. So last Friday, if you're listening to this on the Sunday.
We never know. She might actually be sat with us right now while
you're listening to this. Hopefully, yes. Hopefully she will be sat with us right now. We can have a good natter because that's going to be fantastic to meet some of our guests. I've forgotten where I was going with that because trying to do the future past tense. Anyway, she did a story on her Instagram where basically she said to her kind of audience, why you followers? Why am I going over? Well, I'm going over because there's no good maker fairs happening anymore in the States because they're so expensive to put on, and there's a small possibility that Maker Central might not happen again. It might. I mean, there's been various discussions. Nick originally said he was going to do it once anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
Then let's talk about maybe doing it only every other year, which has been forced on us anyway. So we don't know. But it's also, given the past couple of years, we don't know what's going to hold in our lives. So grab the opportunities when you can. So kind of, however difficult it is, I'm going to grab that opportunity and meet up with some of my amazing maker family, maker friends, IRL, in the meat world, however you want to call it. Rather
in the outernet.
Outernet, I like that. Outernet's a good one. Yeah.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Meatwell's a good one. I think that's the thing. Is it's we're all aware that the last 2 years have been a little bit crap, and I think if nothing else, we deserve a little bit of something good. And yes,
I think we've reached a point where risks are low enough now, particularly kind of if you're all jabbed up and you take appropriate care I think it's all.
Yeah,
I think
I think that's the thing, is it's managing expectation.
the
It's
benefits
managing
outweigh the
risk.
risks. Yeah.
Yes, and I think that's exactly it. I think we're at a point where, yes, I think some of us will probably get sick after this weekend.
Conflu's a real
But
thing.
yeah, and I think it's one of those where, like you say, we've managed, as a global population, we've managed risks reasonably well to get to where we are, and I think it's well deserved, hopefully, for us to have enjoyed this weekend.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm definitely looking forward to, have enjoyed meeting up with, obviously, friends that from the years of friends that were just kind of just the regular friends, but hopefully meeting up with quite a few of the Makers Waffle guests from this last almost a year. This is episode 49. So we're 3 weeks away from a year, because we've done every week, every Sunday for the past year. We
audience,
haven't had a break.
we can only apologise.
We have recorded enough for nearly 3 years, I think. I haven't done a total. I was thinking a couple of times. I thought I must add the kind of the length of each episode onto our master guest list spreadsheet that we have, and then write a little thing to add it up, because obviously minutes and hours don't add up really nicely in spreadsheets. But it's easy enough to do. I haven't written a good Excel formula for years.
I'll just do it in the
have to do
Google
that.
Sheets one.
Yeah, but Google Sheets, same thing. Excel, it's the same kind of structure.
Yeah, it's sort of, but Excel's now fully Turing compliant, whereas Google Sheets isn't. Yeah, but I think it's one of those where we've all been through a hell of a lot, and it's a good opportunity that might not happen again. So sod it, because why the hell not?
I'm just counting up. So far, I've got 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Section of the podcast is where Andy does counting.
Yeah. 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 of our previous guests, I believe, are due to be at Maker Central this weekend, or have been at Maker Central this weekend. Which we've done 48 episodes, we've had 3 group ones, so that's 45, plus there's our first one, so that's 43. So roughly half of our guests should be there, have been here.
Which is impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. And hopefully...
my head's hurting already.
Yeah. Hopefully we've given lots of people stickers.
Yes.
Because we've got a bunch of stickers waiting, hopefully arriving via our very good friend podcast, JP, who we must get on as well at some point within the next year.
We should hopefully have had, if you found us there, stickers and
some business cards.
Yeah.
And hopefully we've also managed to, one of the things that I'm looking forward to doing is talking to some people that haven't been on yet about when they're going to come on, or just
confirming some future guests.
Yeah. So there's definitely a few people going that are on the list of potential guests. I suspect there's going to be a few people there, particularly kind of on stands, that I'd like to maybe have a chat to.
Yes, I know that there are definitely a few people that I've hopefully had a chat to on the stands and thrust a business card their way and said, "Please come on." Because that's
maybe we should talk to some of the big companies and see if they'll sponsor us.
Well, there is one person at one company that I do need to have a chat with, or hopefully have had a chat with. because I think they would be a good guest. So
I've got a
hopefully,
couple of ideas. That way of who we might talk to. Got to see, got to see what they can give us. Like with it's a car, full set of power tools, 3 million gallons of resin.
I don't think any of our listeners would want us to extend the length of our waffles by also adding in ad reads
Adverts.
every hour.
Yeah.
Every hour we just add in a new sponsor.
Every hour. There's a podcast I listen to called Creative Elements. It has some good stuff on it sometimes. They have 10 advert breaks in an hour-long episode. It's just nuts. It really is.
Oh, man.
There's some great conversations. Really are some great conversations.
God, we'd be minted if we had that many.
Be great. I mean, it's run by full-time podcasters. Yeah, that's the thing.
Andy, I think it's safe to say we could pass as full-time podcasters if we could get paid for it.
So you will give it a try. Yeah. This is going to have been a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, I am probably sat in one of the hotel bars somewhere with a massive smile on my face, a large amount of Welsh cakes in my belly, feeling slightly knackered.
By this point on Sunday, I might be with. Yeah, in total this afternoon when I recorded it, which is Thursday, I've made 190 Welsh cakes. Now, some of those will be left. Some might have disappeared already for testing purposes.
Testing purposes, yeah.
I mean, you can't take inferior product out.
Exactly, you've got to do batch testing. That's obvious.
So there's been a little bit of testing. One might regard it as taking out those that aren't good enough. That's generally how it works. Yeah, collapses, that has to go. Apart from the gluten ones, because some are gluten free, some are gluten.
Of course.
So I've only tested the gluten free ones because otherwise I wouldn't have got there if it took the gluten one. I spare any details there.
As
you're willing to test, are they, before they go out to anyone else?
Am I that obvious?
But some will be left behind for my family. Otherwise, if I made that many Welsh cakes and didn't leave some behind for my family, then I wouldn't.
You wouldn't be allowed back.
I'd find the locks were changed when I got back.
Yeah.
So there'll be some taken out. So there's a few people that are going to get them specifically, or have had them specifically, kind of, here's yours, and then there'll be kind of the rest will be free for all. My version of a Make a Coin. That's what I'm thinking of it.
Yeah,
it's my Make a Coin. They may be temporary.
That you don't have to bring home. And
they stay in their lives forever. Yeah, and doing people a favor. Minimalism. Yeah.
Yeah. Biodegradable Make a Coins.
Yeah, totally biodegradable.
Eco-friendly.
Yeah. You could even say it's more eco-friendly. It's really beneficial, depending on where you. Well, I'll say the rest. But I am prepared to swap them for real Maker Coins. Yeah, permanent ones.
and cars and sponsorship deals. And...
Yeah, all that. Yeah. So you're going to have been running a session for Make the Makers.
Yes, I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark now and say that it went well.
I think it did. Yeah, I think it went fantastic.
Mostly because it's not just me who's run this course the last 2 days. I've also been helped and aided by our good friend the Redsmith. So any points where I might kind of stumble or fluff my words or get confused and brain addled or hungover or whatever, I can lean across and go, give us a minute, Red. Can you just take over? So that's probably what I've relied on quite a bit. But we might have also had some extra assistance from our good friend Billy McGonagall as well.
Ah, yes.
So he's also offered to lend a hand. So it may very well have just been a large group of makers playing with leather under the pretense of teaching people how to make bracelets, when in actual fact it was probably a lot of makers just having lots of fun. That's what I'm expecting it to have been.
I've booked in to. Will have booked in. Did book in to do sewing with Ellen and Jamie, because that looks really cool. And we've got some sewing machines at home, and I know I could probably ask some of my family to show me. Or there's 3 others living in the house, if you ignore the dog. The dog doesn't use the sewing machine, but the other 3 do. I'm sure they could show me, but it'd be nice to kind of come back and go, I made this. Or it would be nice to go back and say, I made this. So that's the thought. I'm only going to book in for the one because I don't want to kind of hog as much as I'd like to do them all.
Yes,
I don't want to hog it for members of the public and the like.
I'm hoping that I've managed to have convinced you to come and make a bracelet, albeit I will have been playing outside of the sessions anyway, because I wanted to make sure we had more than enough stuff. So I bought some leather for the sessions, and then found out we had some scraps as well from previous year. So hopefully there is more than enough leather available for all of the people who want to come and play.
We can have a play.
That's
one of the things I like about Maker Central is that there is those opportunities to. I know there's a few stands that kind of do it as a paid thing. Basically, I think there's at least one stand where basically you can pay and you get basically an hour's tuition on the lathe.
Yeah,
which is fair dues.
absolutely,
for that, particularly when they use professional turners for that. It's I can kind of understand that, and it's a worthwhile opportunity. But I think there's even more stands where you can just go, oh, come and have a go, come and try this out.
Absolutely.
It'd be interesting to see kind of all the stands there. But I'm looking forward to. I did look forward to, and I did enjoy meeting. Kind of just lots of the friends and people.
Yeah.
The friends I've made since the last one, in more detail.
Yes.
The people that have kind of spent more time, kind of chatting with, communicating with, getting to know over the last couple of years since the last Make Essential, the last event. The Mr. and Mrs. Breaker, Master Maker and Mrs. Breaker from Podpad Studios. Yeah, last time I just kind of really enjoyed looking at their steampunk R2s and Daleks and things, but spent a bit of time chatting to them. Hopefully chat them up to maybe come on the show. That'll be a nice one to sort of do, because they're a nice couple and really kind of into geekery and making and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully I'm sitting here saying that went well. I think it did.
This is the whole fun, isn't it? We'll have made the most of the time. I think that's the safe bet.
Yeah, made some more friends. I think we'll be toasting friends that haven't made it over this year.
Very much so, and haven't made it.
Yes, there's at least one that's very dear to our hearts that didn't make it through COVID, and will be celebrated.
Very much so. Very much missed and very much celebrated. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? It isn't right for everyone right now, and that is perfectly fine.
For lots of reasons, not just COVID. Yeah, COVID's a big one.
Yeah.
But, it's
a lot has changed for a lot.
Money's getting tighter for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Traveling's got a bit more awkward. Yeah, there's the current issues in Eastern Europe, which is nagging on some people's minds.
Absolutely, and on people's doorsteps, you know. But,
Yeah.
hopefully, it's been a couple of days of celebrating friendships, celebrating mutual interests, finding new interests and new rabbit holes to go down, and
I like that. I think there's going to be an element of having
learn.
celebrate. I think we will be celebrating also the fact that we have been doing Makes Waffle for nearly a year now.
Yeah.
And we have, I think, the benefit of because of the style we've taken, rather than just doing a classic interview podcast that runs for 30 minutes to 60 minutes and finishes sort of dead on time, because we've taken those approach of let's just talk to people, however long. I think we've made quite a few new friends. Obviously, quite a few people were our friends anyway. And I think most people kind of will understand that and know that. But we've had a few people on that were kind of acquaintances.
And quite a few that only one of us knew.
One of us knew. And I think now we've got sort of many more that are now many more friends.
Absolutely.
Which is a fantastic thing to do.
It really is. And it's something I very much appreciate you bringing me on board for.
Well, I don't think I could have done it quite on my own. Yeah, I think I really appreciate the input you put into the conversations that we have, because I think you sometimes pick on things that I didn't quite notice. So I think we work better. We think we work well as a team. I don't always talk well. I've had a few to drink already tonight on Sunday. Not too many, because I'll be driving on Monday tomorrow, 4 days time. But
are you trying to pass off a current hangover in the past for now?
Yes. I think we work well together as a team. I think
I agree. Yeah, and hopefully our viewers and listeners think so.
I hope so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to say, if you hear this, come and say hello. But unless you're there as well and hanging on till the Monday, you've probably missed your chance.
Yeah, if you're listening to this now and want to come and say hello, do it a day ago.
Yeah.
That works.
That's like that thing, when's the best time to plant a tree 40 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. If you hear this and can find us, come and say hello. If not, you'll have to do it digitally. I think that's the crux of that one.
I don't think we need to say what's been grabbing our attention this last couple of days, because it's been Maker Central. We're exhausted because we've just been doing so many amazing things and seeing so many amazing people.
Even in the past, I'm exhausted now already, and I haven't even packed the car. I haven't even packed my bag yet.
I know. So I've spent all I think since 2 o'clock I've been cooking or washing up, apart from and walking the dog, and doing Dad's taxi, but mostly washing up and cooking. Mostly cooking. So yeah, a little bit tired. Next week's going to be fun because we've got a few people on.
That's what I was just about to sort of lead into. Yeah,
50. So group chat.
But not only group chat, because it is the week after Maker Central. We have a special Maker Central or post Maker Central wrap up chat type thing.
Yeah,
we won't tell you who's on, because obviously it depends whether or not they were there this weekend in the future, past, present, and stuff.
I'm assuming they enjoyed themselves. I think the people we've got some people in mind, and we've got them kind of sort of booked. So waiting on confirmation on one.
Well, probably by now we've had that confirmation.
We have definitely had that conversation by now, and we have confirmed or not. Because that's
I think happening. Andy, I think at this point we could have probably cut out 15 minutes of this podcast as well as just fumbling around which tense we're meant to have.
Oh,
been
crikey!
Supposed to be.
Well, you studied Latin. You studied Latin in school.
Yeah.
I'm hopeless at languages. And I was of an age where grammar was not taught in school. You picked it up by accident. There's a lot of grammar. There's a lot of grammatical
and that is
stuff
by
that
accident for English speakers. You don't pick something up on accident. That does not exist in language. No matter how much you think common usage matters, it doesn't in that sense. Pet peeve. Linguistic pet peeve.
Yeah. So next week, group chat, we're talking about Maker Central, hopefully celebrating it and reminiscing a little bit. And so that could be that should be good. I think that'll be good.
I think so.
I can't remember. We've got a couple. I need to get some bookings. Hopefully, I'll get some bookings this weekend. Hopefully, I'll have some bookings this weekend to fill in some of the gaps I've still got.
We don't yet know who we've got. We'll find it out when you do.
Hopefully, we worked out a system by which we could make sure that we didn't double book if we were talking to people.
Whatever happens, happens. If it's a double booking, we just get them both on. Sorry.
Yeah, why not? We could do, yeah. Nothing to say we can't do group chats in times other than the 10th. And...
Exactly. It might even be a fun mix if we just get, instead of two people, loosely connected, just have two people entirely disconnected planets. Anyway, I think it's probably a good opportunity to let you guys have a break from us at
because we talked for nearly half an hour about nothing.
Yeah. As opposed to a 4-hour chat about nothing like we usually do.
That's so lately, haven't they? Yeah. But let's not discuss those because that just could mean we run longer. And we want to let people get back to doing. And I'm sure that even those people who are driving home have got plenty of Maker's Waffle still left to catch up with.
Yes, I would imagine that they do. And if for some reason you've got halfway home and run out at the end of this one,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely. Go and enjoy 2/3 Focused and Fools with Tools.
Yep.
As our kind of like tangential sister podcasts who we both love and hate dearly.
And if you're up to date with those, go and check out some of our sort of guests, past and the future, who also have podcasts such as Clampcast, Smalley, and Grant, and Adam, who hasn't been on, and Making Our Way, Christy, Dean, and the other one, Austin. Yeah, sorry, Austin.
Future guest Austin, hopefully.
Yeah, future guest Austin. Yeah. So go check those out. There's plenty of other good podcasts and
exactly.
Yes. Anyway,
thank you very much, folks.
Yeah, thank you for coming along on this journey. It's nearly a year long now. And, hopefully we'll see you over the next year and however long.
Absolutely.
And if you were at Maker Central, hopefully you said hello and we'll.
And we can only apologise for what Andy said in person.
Yeah, I'm not as tall in real life.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am.
Yeah, and I waffle, but you all knew that anyway. Right, Night, folks.